Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my Skylines series, Fangchenggang region. Today we're in episode 35 and we're moving away from our island and going more into the mainland. And in the last episode I've asked you guys what you would like to have built there, and there were two answers that I liked quite a lot, and one was water and another one was temple. So the temple is built in this episode. The border will be built in some episodes, because for this one I need to do some more research of how the borders would be looking like there and how we can make them more realistic. But for the episode for today, we are just rebuilding this island a bit so that it looks more realistic, more kind of not so artificial, so this is just kind of a natural island now. The highway is moving directly into forest. What I mean with that is that when you kind of want to drive out of the city, you would take this one and you would be immediately in the forest next to a mountain with a small temple on it. And this is also mainly what we'll be doing today. We'll be just expanding this highway, and then we will be just making this temple. And this temple is on a mountain. It's looking quite cool, I would say. And how should I say this? The temple is kind of very, very interesting based because you can kind of see the modern downtown, but also you're directly in a very old and more poorly village. So you can kind of see the very shiny city, and then you are in a more poorer village, a small village. And here, this is what you're doing today. At first I wanted to start off with some forestation so that we can just kind of fill in some stuff here. And I've made a small brush for that, and I was very happy then using it, but yes, it is just kind of a thing that I did there. Okay, I just had to restart my Vegas, I'm sorry for that, but yeah, I think there shouldn't be that much of a problem. So we're right now by foresting this area and now making the mountain where the castle will be laid down. For the mountain building, I've just made two separate kind of heights, I would say, and then I've just wanted to see if I can just get rid of the problem that they're always getting destroyed. But no, I can't. I have to work around it, so there won't be much building near the water because we have a very quickly switching water heights, and this wouldn't be that good. But this is another thing that I want to talk about in a minute. But here I'm just kind of making the mountain, as already said. And they're just trying to make it look kind of realistic. Not that much realistic. I didn't put that much work in it. I definitely will detail it later on more. I just wanted to make it kind of that I got an idea how I want to lay out the temple. It will be made realistic later on, but for now it will just be staying like that. And for the realistic part, I mean, I will making some higher parts and some steeper parts, so we have some kind of small valleys. We will see about that later on. So here's the small mountain where our temple will be laid on. It will be on the highest point of the whole mountain, and then there will be a road winding itself down the mountain, and we'll be going to the temple and also to the other side of the mountain. So this is basically the quickest route, but we will also make a street going around it, and there will be also some smaller villages on it. There also might be a slightly bigger town soon here somewhere, but I'm not sure where I want to do it, and it also won't be that big. It won't be anything like the island city. It will be very, very small. Here for choosing the roads, I've later on decided to make it a rural road. It is very good looking. There was just experimenting with streets that I got that I need to get rid of. But yeah, there will be a rural road going above there and going beneath there and just going around here. For the kind of road following, it is following the terrain heights, and you can see what I mean with this. It is just winding itself down here, and it's looking very cool. It's also something kind of a thing that I need to detail still is the markings, because I have these beautiful Japanese markings with the red dot, with the red arrows, so that you kind of know where you can go and where not. So this is a very cool thing, I think. But I think this will be built there everywhere, yeah. It will be also highly detailed, so there will be an kind of guardrail coming, there will be signs, so this should be looking very good, although. And also another thing that I'm already doing in the background is beginning with the new series, so I already know what it is. It is definitely something that I haven't built before and that I haven't been able to do. And I can tell you that much, it is kind of Vienna based, so it's an Austrian city. And it will be having a lot on the kind of look for the road, kind of road layout and road structure. So there will be definitely some things based off Vienna, and this is definitely something you can look forward to. I'm working a lot with road marking, the intersection marking tools, so this is definitely sure for me. I need this to get this to work, and yeah, this is just the thing that I'm already preparing for. And this will also be my first series where I will have an, how is it called? I will be having a mod collection and asset collection for you guys, so that you guys can play with it. Here my first idea for this whole thing was that I want to have two streets sideways next to the main road. But then I was thinking, wait, this is getting quite a large city. I don't want it to be that big. I just want it to be very, very, very small. And for this one, I've then there just decided to make something kind of like this one. Just kind of, this might be the old road, and it just made a bigger one going next to it because they just had their buildings and they couldn't kind of expand it like they wanted it to, so they said to themselves, okay, it should be okay when we move it next to this road. And yeah, so there I knew what kind of buildings I would like to, and so I had the thinking, on the entryway of the village there would be some shops, so that maybe some people that are driving by would kind of stop there and get their stuff and maybe get some accessories or something like this, so this would be something that I thought that would be kind of realistic there. Then there will be some living parts, and then there will be a lot of nature still. So this was what I knew, and then I just started building because I was looking at some pictures online from Google and was just thinking, yep, this is something kind of what I want to build. And I'm very happy with all the things, how they turned out. So this definitely is something that we keep, and we will make some more villages like that. It wasn't that hard actually for me to build this, but it was kind of a new thing and I just like building new things, so this is also kind of the reason why I'm not that happy with the fact that road intersection marking tool isn't working for me. I don't know why it isn't just working. I'm still trying to fix it in the background, but I kind of given up with my hopes to fix it. But yeah, for the next series you will definitely have it. The next series will be in some weeks or months, I'm not sure about that. For this one I would need to know kind of how long the series will take for me to finish, but right now there isn't kind of finish in my sight, so there is still a lot that has to be built. The least thing that I want to build is the border, a power station and a sewage treatment, so there are definitely some parts for you guys left that you can see and that you can watch, so don't be afraid that the series will kind of end very abrupt. There will be still some episodes coming for sure. Back to the video, I'm just kind of placing in the first buildings, and the first ones are every time for me the hardest because I'm not sure every time if it works like this, and I'm just trying around. But like for this one, for an example, this was the first try building and I was very happy about it because it just worked out for me and it is looking quite good. I'm very happy that I have it in my city, so this is very positive for me. Here I've also had the mix of very old buildings and very new buildings, maybe just kind of the thinking that the Japanese kind of culture kind of switched there and the people are suddenly building new buildings here, and yeah, looking very good in the end I think. It is also that I'm not kind of that common for me to build something like this. It is not common for me to build an kind of rural village, so this was kind of the first try, but I've liked it quite a lot and I've just enjoyed it and I might do some more of them. It is also quite fun for me because it is something that I'm kind of doing all the time, so I'm very happy that I can also kind of build it and that I can try out this style of building. Here this road will be very important. This will be the road that was going to the temple. This was at this point already sure for me, but I've just wanted to make kind of a detailing in front of it so that I kind of know what style I'm aiming for and so that I can keep a constant style here for it. And there also I was thinking, okay, this is a very old village with very old and maybe also abandoned buildings, but For the realism part, I would think that there definitely would be a solar plant somewhere. Why? Because there is even more often kind of solar plants all the way in some areas like this, so I thought about, yeah, I would be making it. And here I was already placing the temple, and I was just thinking it still should be a bit more elevated than the rest of it. So I've elevated up with Move It, and then I've just placed the first gates, so that I can mark myself where the way has to go. And what should I say, I'm very happy about it. I'm actually very, very, very happy about how it turned out. I definitely will try to make some more temples. I'm very happy with it, and I've had a lot of fun building it because it is something completely different from what I'm building normally. And there came me some good ideas that aren't temple related, but I got the idea to kind of make a mountain train, so a train that is going up the mountain. This should be very cool when it's winding through the forest and through some tunnels and some bridges. It should be looking very good. I've got some ideas for crazy highway intersections. That would take a lot of time, but I want to do them, so this is something that I definitely aim for to kind of have in my city. And yes, here I'm just kind of taking the terrain network to kind of get in the steep slopes that I want to have here for. And then I'm just making the stairs here and fixing everything in like I wanted to have it. There I also wanted to have a small garden in front of it. And also just kind of to make the stairs working properly, I just placed it there, and yeah, I'm very happy about it. So this was the first kind of temple thing that I built, and I'm very happy about it. So I will be making more about it and around this kind of theme. It is quite hard for me, and it's taking a lot of time, but I think the time was worth it. It's looking pretty cool there on the mountain. Also, I wrote with Sakura Nation that has made this temple, and he also thinks that it works quite well, so I'm happy about that. I've used it kind of like it was intended to from the asset creator himself. So yes, there I'm just placing in some pine trees, just kind of to split it off a bit and just kind of make this forest look. My main goal for this building was I was looking at a picture at Google that was kind of a very, very overgrown temple, and this is also the reason that I will be soon be making an extreme forest in front of it. It would be in a very, very old forest, I imagine, and this forest would be very, very old, so I just said to myself it would be kind of realistic there. So here I've started with hand placing some trees. Quite big ones actually sometimes, so my thoughts were that some of them are very old, some of them are a bit newer, but a lot of them are very old, so this was my thinking here for. And yes, I knew some temples, well actually all temples have something kind of in the Fort Plaza, but this one's a very small one, but it is working out too. I'm actually very, very happy with this temple. If you live in kind of Japanese areas, please hit me up if it's realistic or not. Would be interesting to me to know. I know there's one side shrine missing. Well, it is there, but it's very small, so. The problem for this is that I don't have the right asset right now. I need to research a bigger one, a better one. But this should be no problem for me for the next kind of temple that we'll be building. Here you can already see kind of how the forest will be looking like. It is very, very dense, and I just like the look of it. There I was just looking kind of at the city to get the feeling in for it. And there you see there is a lot of missing gaps when I need to build something in. Not everything from this will be recorded, because it will be always the same procedure, but some of it will definitely be recorded. It is just kind of space filling, so there won't be that much of it, because then we would have about 10 episodes still. But just placing buildings isn't kind of the most interesting thing to do, I think. So we'll be making the highlights, will be definitely recorded, but for the rest we'll have to see. And yes, so here I was kind of sure to get every building that I want to have there. And looking through so many skyscrapers, I was thinking maybe there is something kind of a small temple building that I could use. Nope, not a single one. So therefore I was just looking through the living things, so maybe I could find something there. And then I got an idea. I want to PO it. I left this in kind of a reminder for myself to not ever try to PO it once again. It has so many PO things, and it wasn't working at all. Won't be doing it again. Too many vertices. So I was just like, nope, scrap this. I will be just trying to make another one later on. But at first I wanted to make the entrance have always used this kind of style, and I've made the wall right next to it, and I just wanted to fence it in because this would be kind of a sacred place. You don't want to have tourists running all above your grounds there about your sacred grounds. This wouldn't be good in any way. So I was just thinking, yep, this would be kind of realistic to me. And yeah, this is kind of what I was aiming for here. And then I've just added in some more forest. Very, very dense forest. As you can see, these are about 50 trees that are always not PO'd. I've covered them with move it. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said PO'd. Here I just made some lamps. And then they're just some nature, so just basic detailing right now. But I'm still very, very happy about it. This was the first time that I was trying to build a temple, and it was working out very, very well for me. So, yeah, I'm happy about it. It isn't the first time. Sorry, I've already built one in this series. This was also quite good, but I think this is definitely better. So, if you have any ideas for me how to could get it better, please hit me up in the comments. And even if you want me to build something other than a border from now on, please hit me up down in the comments down below. This and the board idea I got from the last episode, so I'm trying to build them pretty soon once I've kind of got the wish from you guys what you would like to see there. And the border to China will be soon built. It will be kind of a fictional border, so don't think about it. It will have some realistic spaces, but also it will be having kind of some made up places, I would call it. So yes, here I'm just fixing in the forest, and then there I was thinking, okay, wait, it will be realistic. And realistic would be to have there a small kind of farm in front of it, and so I've made a farm, and this farm is having its own small windmill, and it's having just its own solar power, and that is looking very cool. It is basically decals with a lot of grass above it, but it worked out for me, so yeah. I think it kind of achieved the look that I wanted it to have, and I like it quite a lot. So this is something completely different. It isn't anything like the crazy stuff that we've built in our main areas, but it is cool. I like it. And yes, I've already talked about 20 minutes, so I will leave you alone for now. I wanted to say just thank you for watching this video. It helps me quite a lot. And if you're new to my channel and you appreciate what I'm doing, I would appreciate if you consider subscribing to me. And even if you subscribe itself, please consider liking this video and commenting down below when you wished me to build something specific. Next big thing for me might be the border. Might be because I need to search assets, but it is pretty realistic that I will be making a border soon. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed what you've seen there, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye.